episode 901, The Grit of Grace.
Moms, needing a little inspiration and a ray of hope? You've come to the right place. This is the show that you can turn to for just the pick-me-up you need. This is Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Staring at a stop sign, watching people drive by.
Happy day. Today is My Strength is My Story series, and today the story is all about you, the grit of grace. It's inspiration, motivation to get you through your day, a ray of hope. Are you ready to grab onto it today? Reach out and take this baton and run with it. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple Strategy Everyday Solutions to Live, Love, and Impact. Nothing hurts more than being wronged by someone. All the more reason we face the grit of grace. The necessity to extend grace to those who really don't deserve it. Well, at least in our opinion, they don't deserve it. But then again, do we deserve grace? No, we all fall short. However, with God's grace, we can understand the depth of its reach. The grit of grace gives us the freedom to forgive even the toughest offenders. I want you to think back to a situation where all you could do is mumble to yourself in a hush whisper how awful they are, how you could handle the situation better. Been there with this today. Oh, I have. I was working on something that really was totally out of my job description, had nothing to do with what I needed to be doing in my daily life. It was somebody else's responsibility, and it really got under my nerves. And I was like, really? You know, if they would have just set this up right, if they would have been prepared, I should not have to spend an extra hour on something that's taking away time from my needs in my day, what I need to accomplish with my children, for my husband. But no, here I was, posed with this problem. And all I could think about was, grrr. And I wasn't thinking really sweet thoughts. In fact, yes, I was mumbling in very hush whisper. I could have done this better. Why didn't they think of it this way? What were they thinking? They weren't. That's the problem. And yes, the word idiot came to mind. I'm being honest with you. The grit of grace. What was your situation? Maybe today you were a little on edge with your husband. You had that tone that cut through like a knife, and maybe you didn't realize it. But for some reason, you could do it better that day. That moment. We all fall short. The grit of grace makes us stronger in character and extends a gift that God gives us daily. Think about that. Grace is given to us by God. So why are you holding grace back? Why are you keeping it from somebody else? Because we do. Have you talked bad about someone else behind their back? You know what it feels like to have someone else talk behind your back. Well, why would you go and do the same to someone else? I know when those tables are turned, we feel bad. But in the moment, we're not thinking about grace and extending that. We need to extend grace to our spouse. We need to extend grace to our coworkers, to your friends. Grace to the driver on the road who won't get out of the way because they're not even going the speed limit. They're just la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Can you tell that gets on my nerves? Oh, it does. And I do my best to sit there and say, I don't know what's going on with them, Lord. And I try to say a prayer instead of in that humble whisper tone going, "Arr." Why wouldn't they just move? Do they not know I'm on a mission? I'm a mom on a mission. Get out of my way. But you see, God's on a mission with us every single day. And maybe we need to open our eyes to that, to the grit of grace. The grit of grace is a game changer. Start filling your life with it. Start making an extension. That baton I said is time to pass. You need to be passing grace on to your spouse, to your children, maybe to your mom, maybe even to your puppy dog. You know, sometimes they just have their toys all over the house and you wonder, you're worse than a child. Don't you have a toy box? Our little puppy dog does. You know, he's the bulldog, Rhino. He's a big bulldog. Actually, he's not big. He's an English bulldog, and he's absolutely adorable. But he does have a mind of his own. And yes, he's very stubborn. He's a very determined bulldog, hence he's a bulldog. And he always wants it his way. Well, aren't we the same thing? Aren't we the little bullies in our life? We want it our way. We want to control. God says, I give you grace. You need to start adopting the grit of grace for yourself. So why? So you too can extend to a deeper level the value of where grace is, because you're an extension of me, meaning of Christ. That should give you goosebumps. You are an extension of God. That is amazing. So it's time that you start filling your life with it. The grit of grace, the forgiveness. You deserve forgiveness as much as the next person. In the moments of hurt, in pain, and in struggle and trouble, just when things aren't going your way, remember the extent of value in the grit of grace. God's got this, but you got to get on board. You got to say, I'm all in on this one. There's some things that you need to be all in on, and this is one of them, the grit of grace. It's time to build that strength of character and extend forgiveness and understand that it's more than just letting go. It's an extension of Christ. Wow. You are an extension of Christ. That should fill your heart with joy. You should be motivated to go out and conquer the world, whatever that means for you. So don't hold back today. Extend this baton and impact today. Not tomorrow, but today, because you're guaranteed today at this moment. So go out, live, love, and impact. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, love, and lots of hugs. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit CreateYourNow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.